I think it's a raunchy comedy, you know, where people are behaving really badly. You know, it's one of those movies. I was thinking about like TV shows that are like Succession is so popular right now, and it's like, yeah, people really like to see bad behavior sometimes. You know, we kind of got into a place in movies and TV where we only wanted to see virtuous behavior for a while, and I think we're kind of coming out of that because, you know, bad behavior is funny. It's fun to watch, and these people are really, really bad. I thought it was really funny, and you know, it was interesting because it was kind of harkened back to, we were just talking about Judd. It kind of was like an R-rated comedy from, you know, 5-10 years ago that Judd did so well. And then it was like female-centric, like in the Bridesmaids mold, and I kind of liked being the guy in that world, you know, the guy in the female-driven comedy. And I just thought it was very funny, you know, very funny in a classic way, just a classic like Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, or, you know, so many comedies are about an inheritance from the beginning of movies, from the beginning of novels, you know, that's what, so it just goes back to that. It's a simple formula, but it's a good one. I play Richard, who's one of the cousins. I'm cousins with Beatrice and Macy and Savannah, and Ellen, I guess. Ellen's the younger sister there. And I'm kind of oblivious and pretty inappropriate. Like, I want to have a relationship with my cousin. I want to marry my cousin, pretty much, for reasons that I don't quite understand. But it's very funny to try to play it as seriously as I can. And he's just kind of a, you know, he wants a new Porsche, basically. He's a superficial guy, but what the key for me in this character was to, I don't want him to be ashamed of himself. Like, he's one of these guys that has no shame. Like, he's on the level about what he wants, and I think that's always fun to play somebody, because in life we don't run into that often. Well, Toni I've worked with before, Toni Collette on Connie and Carla, and I've always run into her. Like, we were on Showtime at the same time, and always liked running into her. I've always loved watching her. It's such an interesting career. And, you know, this is probably, in Connie and Carla, I worked more with Nia Vardalos, so it's nice to work with Toni. Really nice. And I hadn't worked with Anna before, and really enjoying that. Anna has kind of a natural kind of screwball comedy vibe to her, which I really like. Rosemary's really funny. I didn't know Rosemary. Really happy to have met her. Ron, I've been an admirer of Ron's for a long time. Kayla, you know, I watched Curb Your Enthusiasm this year, and I think, like a lot of people, I was just blown away by this person that I'd never seen before, who was just really coming from angles I'd never seen. And I think she's just a unique kind of a vibe. Really great. So I've enjoyed it all. And Kathleen, I actually did a year on Californication with. So I know Kathleen for a while. And again, I think I've worked more with her here. She wasn't in my storyline. So yeah, I mean, you know, she's Kathleen, and she's a force, you know. She's just got a certain kind of power, and she's really funny. And I don't think she gets a real chance to do that. And she got to do that on Californication, and she gets to do that here. Well, Dean's really open to whatever shenanigans I want to bring to it too, which has been great. You know, his stuff is really funny, and it has a rhythm. And he's aware of the rhythm, and he goes for it, and he helps us with it, but he's also open to us bringing other stuff in. And you know, hopefully we make it better sometimes. I'm sure not always, but it's good to have that freedom, and it gives you a kind of vitality when you're working, just because you know that you're not particularly word for word have to be there.